Hey ladies, it's Tuesday, February 9th, and we're continuing date week. So, alright. So this week's topic is where and where not to find a date. I'm going to touch base on several different places, and then, ladies, I want you to elaborate. And I will tell you my favorite. I'm going to alternate do's and don'ts. A good place to find a date would be school. A little more difficult if you're in high school. Actually, a lot more difficult. If you're at a university, as in a four-year college that is public, I would recommend going to your... at my school, we call it GLBT Services, even though it's a terrible name. We're renaming it, don't worry. But your local office, that's usually where the queers gather. I've never gotten a date from being there. But I know everyone else has. So, please go there. Let me elaborate on the reason I haven't got a date. Because I'm giving you dating advice and I feel like me saying I've never got a date there is bad. I was single for a year, and in that year I was not around that facility. But prior to that, I had been dating someone, and then, so the reason is it's by choice, I guess, is why I haven't dated anyone there, and mostly because everyone's my friend, and they've hooked up with people. Anyway, school, great place to meet people. A bad place to meet a date is work. Deandra, do not say anything. I'm not talking about if you work at Home Depot and this cute girl comes in and gives you her number. Different. I'm talking about your coworkers. Dating a coworker is an awful idea. It might seem like perfect and ideal, but when shit hits the fan, and it will, in some form or another, I'm not saying you're going to break up, but in some form or another shit will hit the fan, it is going to make working with them extremely awkward. So, don't date people at work. Okay, if you're going to go the internet route, a place that might be safer for you to meet someone would be LJ. I've never met a date on LJ, but I met the lovely women on this channel there, and yeah, some quality people I realized are on LiveJournal. So get a LiveJournal account, join the lesbian group, and yeah, for sure, LJ, great place to meet people. A place on the internet you wouldn't want to meet someone, Craigslist. And I've heard success stories, but again, there was a woman, a friend of a friend of a friend, that it was, granted it was a different kind of ad on Craigslist, but she replied to it and she was murdered. Craigslist, probably not the best place to meet people. Or MySpace. If someone sends you a MySpace message and they're like, oh my god, you're so cute, to me, it's not even flattering. Like, it's like, really? Alright. Okay, probably the best place to find a date is through mutual friends. That's how I've met some of the coolest people I've dated, is just through someone that we both knew, and we either ran into each other like at a gathering or a party or something like that. It was a great place to kind of hook up. I hate that word, but not hook up, I mean meet. And probably my last place that I would never want to meet a date would be a bar or a club, and I'll tell you why. There's usually alcohol involved, there's sweaty dancing, and I've never had any desire to go to a bar or a club. I've been to Neighbors, which is a gay bar in Seattle, but I would never feel like I would meet the love of my life at Neighbors or any other gay bar. So if if that's your thing, awesome. But to me, the whole situation of gay bar is not conducive to meeting someone you want to have a relationship with. And that's not to say that people, I don't know. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just saying I personally would never go to a bar or a club with the intent of getting a long-term relationship out of it. or a hookup, because I'm not that kind of girl. Alright, so I know it's going to be after Valentine's Day, but next week is, not going to lie, my area of expertise when it comes to dating. Next week is dating etiquette, which is probably, especially for gay people, but especially for men too, it's so important that you know first date etiquette. And I'm not even just talking about putting your napkin in your lap, I'm talking about where you take your date, what you do, and what you talk about on that date. And I know it's after Valentine's Day, but that's not the point of this month. The point of this month is to help you look presentable. And then, here's where I need your help. If you're going to watch any part of this video, it has to be right now. For the week of 2/23, I need people to, one, either email us at lezzismorefun@gmail.com. I need you to email both general and specific questions. So email specific questions to me, to Ashley, to Deandra, to Valerie, to Sarah, to Shmoo. I need specific questions that you want us to answer, like, Shan, what kind of shampoo do you use? Probably won't be a question I'm going to answer, but if I like your email enough, I might answer it for you. So, send us your questions, because that week is all about what you want to know, preferably on the topic of dating, but really anything. And I will sort through them and filter what questions get passed on, and you'll get a shout out, like it'll say Shadowboxer0505 wants to know, how do you get rid of a bald spot? Well, my advice would be buy a hat. I love you, Ethan. Anyway, I hope life is going well. I have a meeting to get to, hence the Kala. And I told you I don't pop it, see? And I look like such a lesbian frat boy. Alright, have a good week.